I'm going to mute everybody to start with. All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are getting ready to get started. We are getting ready to get ready, but we're actually going to pull the trigger and go today. You know, everybody's always heard that comment, right? Getting ready to get ready. But we are going to take you on a journey today. We are going to take you on the road to convention. And I love these kind of trainings and these kind of meetings and presentations, because if you don't understand how important conventions are, this is where you're going to hear it. You know, I said this before that, you know, over the years of 40 years of being in this industry, one of the things I learned a long time ago is that everybody that goes to convention isn't going to end up being a 6 or 7 figure earner. But what I did learn, and I did notice early on, was every 6 or 7 figure earner I ever known goes to all the conventions. So if you understand that, the reciprocal of that is that if you want to have a chance at all of building your team, exploding your team, and having that success that all the big leaders are having, I can tell you, Carlos and I can certainly attest to. We went last year, and now he's a 25K, I'm a 50K. Our guest speaker is a 500K. I mean, this is the proof in the pudding, if you will. So I reached out to my mentor, my friend, my brother, amazing, amazing man. I get chills every time I even talk about him, and ask him if he wouldn't mind hitting our training for the first training Saturday in August. And he asked me, you know, what do you want to talk about? What do you want me to present? And the first thing that came after some prayer and some thought, the first thing that came to my head is, man, the journey to convention, because it is so incredibly powerful, so incredibly important for you and your business and building that legacy that I know all of you want to build. So I'm not going to take a lot of time. I want to do a couple of caveats here. We are live in the Vision team, so please share this everywhere. Share it out to your team. If you have team groups, share it on your profile, share it to everywhere. We want everybody to hear this, whether they're in the business or not in the business. And the other thing is, remember, for those of you who are on the Zoom live and have your camera turned on, we can see you. Okay, so I forgot to say this the other day, and we had some really, some really good things going on. So keep all your clothes on, keep your fingers where they belong, keep your hands and your arms inside of the plane at all times, and enjoy this ride, because it is going to be an amazing ride. So without further ado, and I can't do this like Craig does, but please help me welcome the amazing, the myth, the man himself, Mr. Robert Hollis.
Thank you so much, Ron, and thank you to everyone that's on here. Good morning to you. I know there's just a couple minutes on the East Coast where they're live in Philly. And Ron, I just cannot thank you enough. You're such an incredible servant leader, and I know there's a lot of people on here that I could say is a servant leader. But before I go any further, I have a very special guest, our #1 earner that is in Vision Team, which is Aaron Parker, a 250K. I mean, every month, I mean, he's like this close to 500K. So we're going to do everything we can to get him 500K before the convention. And I just seen him hop on here. So I'm going to turn it over to my dear friend and incredible leader, Aaron Parker.
Robert Hollis, what's up, everybody? Can you hear me okay? All right, I guess we can. Awesome. Well, I just want to give everyone a quick sneak peek before I say anything. Check this out. We're here at the road show.
Another specialty mama said, "Hey, bro, you gotta try this." And I was like, "I tried CBD before."
So we're not allowed to record in there. No recording allowed. But I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. If anybody has not yet been to a road show, then we only have 3 left. We have Detroit, Indianapolis, and I think it's Milwaukee. Hempworksevents.com. These road shows are amazing. I mean, we get to hang out, we get to interact, we get to have fun, we get to hug, we get to talk. I mean, if you guys have been to a road show, you're here in the Facebook group or in the chat, drop a comment, share your thoughts. But don't miss a road show. There's only 3 left. And then, of course, everything's leading up to Vegas. So, I mean, I just want to say how blown away I am by this company, by the vision of Josh and Jenna, the incredible leaders on the entire Vision team. Of course, it all goes back to Robert Hollis, the man at the top of this whole thing. So grateful for everything that he's done for the entire team. And we're just excited. We are just flat out excited with what is happening, with not only what we've been able to accomplish with this amazing team, but where we're going. I mean, Robert, I feel like Vegas is going to be the explosion of like relaunching the whole company, the whole team. I'll never forget being in Vegas last year, and we had like just gotten started. We had just gotten started with the company,
Right.
Maybe just a few months. And we were in Vegas with a small, amazing group of people on the team. And just from what happened in Vegas last year, we are now where we are today. And I believe it's because we have been laser focused on this mission, on this movement, this HempWorks My Daily Choice movement. And it's because we were in Vegas. The people who are at convention this year were only 60 days away. The people who are there in Vegas are going to be the ones who are going to create the biggest success stories over the next 12 to 24 months. So I'm going to turn it back over to you guys. I'm just so blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. The team is on fire. We are more excited now than ever. I know Josh has some mind-boggling announcements, new products, new things that are going to be happening. It's all going to be in Vegas. So all I can tell you is the top most successful people on our team, they all have one thing in common. They were all in Vegas last year. Success leaves clues. Do not miss convention. It's going to be for the ages. It's going to change lives. You don't want to miss it. And I'm just excited. I'm grateful. I'm so blown away. None of this would be possible without an amazing team. So we love you, everyone. And Robert Hollis, back to you, sir.
Hey, Aaron, I got one quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
So people understand this, Terry and I were, 250K at the convention. And a month after the convention, we went from 250 to 500. Now, Aaron, I know it's almost been a year ago, but wasn't you and Kathy like 50 and 25 and then went to 100 and 150K with Kathy and then went to 250 after the convention?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, the rank advancements happen. It really accelerates your whole business. I mean, if there was one thing that I could say that would accelerate everyone's business, and for those who are going to be serious about this business, even if you're brand new, even if you don't have a team yet, you got to get to convention, because those who are there are going to be the top leaders in this company. It's going to be the ones who are at convention this year. We're only 60 days away. And I know for some people, I just want to speak from the heart. Some people are going to say, well, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. It's going to be challenging. I understand all of those things because I've been there. I know what that's like. And I'm just here to tell you that if you truly understand what this event, this single decision can do for you, it can transform your life. And so whatever the sacrifice, whatever the investment that you make to be in Vegas, I'm just telling you, it will be worth it. So don't miss it. We'll see you in Vegas.
Thank you, Aaron. Love and appreciate you, man.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Well, wow, that turned out awesome. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. And yeah, I just want to jump on there and just say really, really quickly, here's a personal story of mine. Every one of you know this, that stories are everything. Our movies are stories. Our books are stories. Music is a story. Everything is a story. And the people that make the most impact, the biggest difference in people's lives, and also financially, is the best storytellers. So let me just share with you a simple, quick story about me, right? So my whole success to my whole career came from a convention. Came from a convention. So if you guys ever heard any of my training or anything, this is how it went. You know, a friend of mine that it really wasn't a friend, but he was just an individual that was dating one of my cousins. I met him and I write about him, Sean Hennigan. Why? Because he had the courage to not feel uncomfortable and connect with me. He is the catalyst that made this whole ripple happen, where I've been able to impact millions of people's lives. And it all comes back to him being brave enough to reach out to me and say, hey, Robert, listen, I'm working with this guy. He makes all kinds of money and he's expanding a company. I would like you to meet him. That one thing changed the course of my entire life. Now, no one, if you listen to my story, I say that I made this incredible income, you know, what is it, 6 figures? No, 5 figures in my first 45 days. Do any one of you know why I say 45 days? Because the first 2 weeks of my network marketing career was the worst 2 weeks in my life. And I'll tell you why. Even though I was on workman's comp, you know, losing everything I had, you know, getting evicted out of my apartment, having the repo man follow me around. The reason that it was the worst 2 weeks is I was learning from a couple of people that didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were telling me how to do all this stuff, go door to door, put together a box for a free trip to Vegas, go to 7-Elevens and small stores and put this in and have them put these little slips in to win a trip to Vegas. And that's where I would get my leads. And see, I was hungry. I was so desperate that I needed to change my life. I didn't question what they told me. So I didn't know back then that I need to ask a person to show me their commissions that they're earning for the last 3 months and then give me an example of someone that they've already helped become successful. See, I didn't learn that yet. So I was going door to door selling water filters and not making anything. Are you guys hearing me? If any one of you are not getting, it's not working for you, it's not clicking for you, you're questioning your ability, all of that stuff. That was my first 2 weeks. So my upline and mentor, my upline that sponsored me and 4 people above them only did one thing correctly. They said, Robert, his name's Peter Wilson, he's no longer living. He said to me, Robert, listen, if you don't go to convention, I'm not working with you anymore. How dare you say that to a person on workman's comp, getting followed by the repo man, had a cast on my leg. He couldn't have said something to me at that point in time that it was devastating. Because not only have I followed exactly what they told me to do or what I thought they told me to do the first 2 weeks and struggled, thought I was going to quit, had everyone tell me that it was a scam. You know, you're going door to door selling water filters. How stupid. You know what I mean? And you used to be a master auto mechanic. Now you're selling water filters. And here's the thing that they did. They said, Robert, if you don't go to this convention, I'm not working with you anymore. It's just not your time. All right? And so I thought about it. I didn't even have money for parking. I drove. Can I say that again? I drove. I'll say that one more time. I drove all the way to the convention. And I know this is going to shock some of you. I slept in my car. Because I needed, not wanted, I needed my frickin' life to change. And it got worse. So now I show up at the convention and I watch these people walk the stage. And all the energy, all the excitement. And I was feeling worse. And let me explain to you why. Because I had heard all these success stories, and this person's successful, and this person's successful, and this person's successful. And I just wanted to beat the crap out of everybody. I was going, my God, you know, they got young people that are doing it, females that are doing it, African Americans that are successful, Latinos that are successful, every religion, every nationality. I must be the stupidest freaking person on the planet. So it actually got worse because even the people that trained, they would introduce them first. Well, this quick training we're going to do is by Ron Deering. It's a 50K. He's consistently, you know, been written up in success, you know, stuff. He's just amazing. So Ron's going to do it. You're going, oh my God, there's another success story. So even though they're introducing some trainers, they were still saying what their success is. Does any one of you relate to that? It's like, but guess what? You will always perform. You will always get results. You will always do actions based on your belief in you and what you do. I'll say that again. The results and actions that you get in your life, the customers, the affiliates, your weekly deposits are all 100% based on your belief in what you're doing and your belief in you. So how can you get higher belief? The same way that every Olympic gold medal winner, every Super Bowl winner, every world champion in the world, every Emmy award winner, every Tony Award winner, every Oscar award winner, every winner on the planet got there because they were inspired by somebody else they connected to. Are you hearing me? So all the people that were on stage, I was going, this is ridiculous. I just want to punch myself. You know, it's like, this is dumb. You know, it actually had an opposite effect on me because now I was listening and it was worse until one person. And they walked across the stage and he was from the Middle East. And he spoke very bad broken English. And he gets up there and says, hello, my name Ahmad Mahad. I've been in company 6 months, building new home, buy second Mercedes. I love this company. I love this country. And I was like, okay, now people that are not from this country that speak broken English are kicking my ass. Pardon my language. So it was that person that humbled me. Are you hearing me? They humbled me because I was going, I just got to ask for help. What an incredible breakthrough for Robert Hollis. So I walked all the way upstage on my crutches, you know, to the stage. He was getting off the stage. All his upline was celebrating with him. All his downline was celebrating to him. And I respectfully waited for them all to stop. And when they started all sitting down, I walked up to him and I said, hi, I'm Robert. And he says, hi. And I go, please, 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 will you tell me what to do? Have any one of you reached out to anybody? Can you please tell me what to do? Please, please, please just tell me what to do. This is what he said to me. Now, no internet, no cell phones. This was 1987. And I walked up to him, please tell me what to do. And he says, no problem. He says, you walk up to people and say, hello. And they look at you and say, hello. And he says, would you like to make money? Yes, no. I went, what? He goes, I introduced myself to people and asked them, do you want to make money? Yes, no. And then I did the classic thing that every one of you do. You think too much. You got Dino going in your head. And those voices are popping in your head. And I did what every one of you guys do. Yeah, but. Yeah, but. Yeah, but. Yeah, but. Yeah, but what if they ask me a question? Yeah, but what if they're not interested? Yeah, but. Yeah, but. I did that. I went, yeah, but what if they ask you a question? I look at them and I say, you answer my question first. You want to make money? Yes, no. And I went, yes. And he goes, good. I have to introduce you to the money man. Now that could be money woman. And I went, what? He goes, I introduce you to money man. I go, what are you talking about? And he immediately started edifying and promoting Jeff Roberti, the guy that's above him. Now, when I decided that I was going to tell this story again, because I know that it changed and altered my whole life. Do you guys realize that this guy just walked the stage? I never thought about that until today. He just came off the stage as being recognized as a national marketing director. The same in this company would be a super affiliate. Why was he promoting and edifying the money man when he was making money? Because he's freaking smart and he learned and followed instructions from someone that had already been there. Did you guys get that? And he says, I introduce you to Jeff. And I go, is that all you do? And he goes, yeah. And then he asked me the question that shocked me. He said, Robert, who is your money person? Who is your expert? And I go, well, my sponsor, Sean Hennigan, I don't know him. I'm topping the company. I don't know him. I said, well, his sponsor is Michelle Turan. Don't know her. Well, her sponsor is Peter Wilson. Don't know him. And I just kept naming my whole upline, and one of the number one people in the company didn't know them. And I know this is going to sound harsh to you guys. He said, if I were you, I'd stop listening to them. They know walk stage, you know listen. I felt like I was in a Karate Kid episode. And then I said, okay, above that is a lady named Sherry. And he lit up like a light bulb. Oh, Sherry? Yeah. And her sponsor, Bill. I said, yeah. Oh my God, that's your money person. He goes, you listen to me. You call the company tomorrow. This was on a Sunday. You call the company tomorrow and you have the company give a message to Bill. You learn and do what Bill tells you to do. Changed my whole career. So I called the company. Bill called me back. He said, you know what? I'm willing to work with you, but you have to do one thing. And I go, what? You got to be willing to follow instructions. And he could tell in a brief conversation with me that my self-esteem, my self-worth, my confidence in myself was awful. And he said, Robert, I need you to go get this book at the bookstore. It's called The Greatest Miracle in the World. You need to read it, and you need to get back with me. Now, he lived in San Diego, so it was like 3 hours away. No, I didn't get to do like you guys are doing, holding up the book or take a picture. You see what I mean? I went and got the book. I read it, cried like a baby. And I called him up and I said, I read the book. And he goes, great. What does it tell you to do in the instructions of the book? It says to read God Memorandum every night before you go to bed. Robert, will you do that? I said, yeah. He goes, great, I'll mentor you. Then all of a sudden, guess what he taught me to do? The same thing as the guy that walked the stage. I started going out in public, walking up to people. Hey, Carlos. I wouldn't know he was Carlos. You know, I walk up there and say, hi, how are you? And they go, great. I go, my name is Robert. And he goes, oh, I'm Carlos. And that very first thing that I did was exactly what he told me to do. Would you like to make money? Yes, no. Now, I didn't do it in a Mid-Eastern broken English accent. I did it in Robert Hollis's accent. Hi, Carlos. Listen, I was wondering if you would be interested in making some extra income. I found out from my personality that didn't go very well for me. So that's where the $1 million question came up with, where I would say, listen, I'm working with a company. They're expanding like crazy. I'm working with people that just make unbelievable income. And I was hoping you could do me a favor. Who do you know that would like to make extra or a lot of money? That was my only change. And people would look at me and go, what is it? I go, why are you interested? Because I'd like to introduce you to my money person, Ron Deering. Now, a lot of people would ask me questions, and I would say this. Now, I know you guys, I'm not a liar, but I do believe that you can say words that get people to make different directions. So no matter what they said to me, I would say, listen, Carlos, it's not up to me whether or not you work with the company. And they would immediately think, oh, it's Ron's decision. They found out later that it was their decision. Did you guys catch that? So, well, what's the name of the company and what do they do and what do they market and blah, 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 blah. And I would say, listen, it's not up to me whether or not you work with the company. I need to introduce you to Ron, and I would edify and promote him. Now, I know this is not typical for average person. We got to use the disclaimer. You know, Ron, if you want to, you can post it. We'll make sure to post it. But the next following 30 days, I made over $10,000 32 years ago. Because now I was just willing to say as little as possible to as many people as I can, as fast as I can. I got 72 people to watch an effective presentation, and I went to not only what would be called, in this company, it would be called 100K, a 25K affiliate. Then I taught 5 people underneath me how to go to 25, and that pushed me to 100K. This position right here, it would be equal to a super affiliate. That's how I did it. And it all was based on what? Me meeting one person at a convention, because I seen that person as somebody that, oh my Lord, if this person can do it, I said the perfect thing that I needed to in my heart. If that person can do it, I know I can. And it switched my paradigm, and it switched my belief from going, oh, I don't know how to do this, or there's too much to learn, or and bingo. So you've got to find a way to get to the convention. You can do it if it's a priority. You can do it if it's a priority. And just like Aaron said, you know, last year we went to the convention and it was also in October, and Terry was at 250K. Soon as we left the convention, October, November, Terry went to 500K. Why did we double our production in 1 month? Because everyone that was at the convention was on the same page when they left the convention. Their belief was, out the roof. Their belief in themselves were out the roof. They met a bunch of people. It's not just the people on stage. It's your ability to walk up and take pictures with people. And now today with a phone, we can do short videos with people. So you can find all the people that are 10Ks, 25Ks, 50Ks, 100Ks, 250, 500, super affiliates, and you get to walk up and have a conversation with them. You get to walk up and say hi to them. And you know what will happen to every one of you, and I promise you this will happen. In fact, I'll make you a guarantee. If you go to the convention and this doesn't happen to you, reach out to me and I'll refund your money. Did you guys hear that? Because this is what will happen to you. You will meet somebody, and as you're talking to them, and don't get mad at me when I say this, because I'm not putting anyone down. But it could possibly be me or my wife. But while you're talking to them, there's something that's going to magical happen to you that hasn't happened yet. You're going to go, oh my God, this person got to this position. You won't be saying it. You'll be feeling it. You'll be listening to the way they talk and the way they act and the way they're dressed. And you're going, oh my God, how did this person get here? And you're going to believe in your heart and in your mind that you're actually the same, if not better than them. That's when your skyrocket, your belief in you skyrocket. Now, what was the other one? The belief in what we're doing. See, when you see the amount of people there, the amount of people that walk the stage, the conviction of Jenna Zweigel, the conviction and the belief of Josh Zweigel, and the belief of the other leaders, now you get to lean on their belief and their confidence that this train is definitely going wide open in the billionaire direction fast. And just like Jenna said on our live, there's a couple of products that are going to be introduced at the convention. I want to be the first to try them. I want to be first to get them. But these products could actually and will be billion-dollar products all by themselves. The products that will be launched and the announcements that will be launched at the convention, you could just take that one product and make yourself financially set forever, be free forever, with just one of the new products that are going to be introduced. So you got to find a way. That's the difference that it made with Robert Hollis. I learned that, guess what? If you're going to learn to dance, do you realize that there's just a couple of basic things you have to master? If you learn to drive a car, there's a couple of things that you just have to master, the basics. I found out that day, the two things that I needed to master is to feel comfortable connecting with another human being. It's difficult, but it's not difficult. I learned that I had to look and find someone new and introduce myself to them. Well, my whole entire life, I was introverted, an auto mechanic. How many of you know an auto mechanic? Real social butterflies, aren't they? They got like 3 friends and they're auto mechanics. You know what I mean? They're geeks for Dork Forest, right? I was the kind of person that the only way that I would converse with you is if you consistently ask me questions. And my answers were usually just yes and no. Do you guys know anyone like that? Some of you are going, oh my God, I am that person. You see what I mean? So stranger danger. Don't talk to strangers. And now I met a guy that goes, listen, you need to go out and connect with strangers. But it was worth it. Do you guys see what I'm saying? It was worth it because I needed to connect with other people. Do you guys realize that everything wonderful that's ever happened on this planet was not done by one individual? It was done with a group of people. I know it might, and for some of you, please don't look at this as sacrilegious. The one thing that it doesn't say in the Bible is how many people Jesus did approach and say, drop everything and follow me. But it does tell us that he got through to about 12 of them. And one of them stabbed him in the back. You guys, so you can get 1 billion people in your organization or more if you can just get 12 of them to follow you. So they're out there. They're on this screen. They're on the live. We got to find other crazy people like us. So there's one other thing that I'll share with you that will just really, really get you. When we make decisions, we make things happen. So you need to make a decision and just buy a convention ticket. Just go buy a convention ticket. Go to hempworksevents.com and buy a convention ticket. If you buy a convention ticket, you will be blown away that if you bought one, what your paradigm will switch to get you to get other people to do it. So once you buy your ticket, all you got to do is take a screenshot. If you don't know how to do a screenshot, look up on YouTube. I got this kind of computer or this kind of phone. I need to do a screenshot. Once you buy your ticket and screenshot it and post it on Facebook, I just bought my ticket. Watch how good you are at promoting and edifying other people to go. But you sure in the heck are not going to tell anyone that you know to go to the convention if you don't buy a ticket. Now watch what happens. You're buying a ticket. I bought the ticket. So now I'm going to tell everybody, guess what? You got to buy a ticket. Watch this video that Ron and Robert Hollis did. Watch this video. You got to buy a ticket. And guess what happens? All of a sudden, Bill buys a ticket, tells everyone that he's going to go, that they need to go. And now all of a sudden people go, oh my God, I just watched that video. You're right. I'm getting a ticket. How many of you would now need to show up at the convention if some of your downline is showing up? I know when you got in that you might not have done anything. You haven't got an affiliate yet. You haven't got a customer yet. I get it. But you got to watch this video and send them this training. And then after they watch it, they reach out to you and you go, you're right. I'm going to go. I got 2 months to pull this off. I'll sell some stuff. I'm going to, go through everything in the garage, everything in my closet, and I'm going to start selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to make my life change. I'm not living another frickin' year like this. This is stupid. And then all of a sudden, a couple of people that you know will reach out to you and go, you're right, I got a ticket. You want to see how good you are to show up if some of your downline and people that you know are going to be at the convention? Because now that's the thing I used to always say. I'd buy my ticket, tell everyone about it, and then when they bought the ticket, then if it was money, I didn't have money for an air flight, I got my butt in my car and I drove cross country. Why? Because my group was going to be there. Are you guys hearing me? It's like, no way am I going to get John Young to get there, and Wendy to get there, and Valerie to get there, and Nancy. Hey, Robert, I can't wait to shake your hand and give you a hug at the convention. Oh, I'm not going. I just, no. It's like, Nancy, I can't wait to give you a hug and a kiss as well. I'll see you and your husband there. Now, when you start confessing that and saying that, you will make it happen. This is not about us selling tickets to the convention. I can say this with 1,000% certainty. MDC and Josh and Jenna don't make a frickin' dime from conventions. They don't. We know where the company makes money, from selling the best products that Josh and Jenna can get their hands on. That's where they make their money. So you got to share this video with everyone that you know. Even the people that told you no. Share this video with every person you know. Even the people that told you no, people that said that you're an idiot, send this video to them. Because it makes me emotional when I say this. Do you guys know that I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for Sean Hennigan? He never made any money in network marketing. But he shared the video with me. And look at the ripple effect. Now I have a best-selling book and his name's in it. You need to be the catalyst. Send it to everyone. Do you got this? Because it will alter and change everything. So if we went from 250 to 500 in last convention, what's the chances of me going there with Terry and Terry going from 500 to super? It's going to happen. Because even people that have sort of been playing with this business now will look at it as the opportunity that it really is. Not one of you on here want to say this statement. Oh my God, MDC hit $1 billion. It's on the cover of all these magazines. You don't want to tell people, oh yeah, I was with that company for a little while. Oh my God, are you financially done? No, I found a bunch of excuses, and that let my voices talk me out of it. You're not going to want people to, oh my God, you know what's going to happen? I promise you guys, this company is going to be so big that friends and family members that you've been scared to go to are going to hit you up about it. I've seen it. I've been in these trends 3 different times. And so some of the people that you guys know, like ex-bosses and very successful people that you all have still on your chicken list. I'm not going to contact these people until I get a rank advance and make some money, because they're going to ask me, how long have you been in and you making any money? I don't want to answer that question. You don't have to answer that question if you talk to people and say, hey, I'm helping a company expand. Do you know anyone that wants to make some extra money or replace their income? And when they go, yeah, me, you introduce them to the videos we already have in the company. It's not about you. It's about them. I'll say that again. It's not about you. It's about them. In the next 60 days, if all you guys did is great at edifying and promoting Josh, Jenna, the people in your upline that are rank advancements. Did you notice I didn't say me? Because if you don't want to edify and promote me or my wife, Terry, find somebody in the company to edify and promote. Does that make sense to you all? because it radically changed my career forever. Once I figured out how great conventions were, and believe it or not, my top students ever is two guys named Mike and Tony Kupas. They're owners of a company, a network marketing company called ACN. That's 25 years old and done billions and billions and billions. They do over $750 million a year. I met Mike and Tony Kupas in Detroit, Michigan. They go, tell me what to do. I'm not advising you guys to do this, but listen to what they did. This was back in the day where you could do this. I'm not saying you should do this, but they went and got this department store credit cards. They went and bought an item for $500. And then they returned it the next day. And back then they would give you cash instead of putting it on your credit card. Bought a ticket. And then we all piled in my car. I think it was 6 of us. A 4-seater. And we drove from Detroit to Baltimore, Maryland. I knew that when I found these two twins, that my next move was promote and edify the money man, put their butts in a seat, and drive them to the convention. Do you think that Tony and Mike today, after the company's made billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, do you think that they're mad at me for pushing them to get to a convention? Because I knew what it did for me. So I believe in you. I know that you can do this. Another one of the people that I took to the convention also, made millions and millions of dollars and owns his own networking company. He went to 5 friends and borrowed $100 from 5 friends. I built a company that did hundreds of millions of dollars. Because once you get, and I'll leave it with this. I did get just a quick dump here. For those of you that are spiritual, why do you keep going to church? Because you need to plug into a higher source. People go to church because it sucks most of the week. And I can get to somebody that figured out how to be a little more plugged into me, that I could ask for help and get directions. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I love and appreciate you so much. You know that you can do this. Please reach out to the person that showed you this video and say, I guess you're supposed to introduce me to the money person. Don't ask them questions. You got to reach out to the person that shared this video to you and go, wow, I'm excited. Who is your money person? Who is the person that can help me get started with this opportunity? So Ron, thank you very much for asking. I appreciate you so, so much. Thanks to Aaron Parker for jumping on. And Ron, you're just amazing. I just love and appreciate you so much.
Wow. Hair's still standing up on my arm. Did you guys get anything out of this at all? Was this phenomenal? You know, a year ago, when I got involved with the business, I reached out to Robert and said, Robert, what do I do? And he basically told me, say as little as possible to as many as possible, as quick as possible, right? And my money man was the system, the pre-enrollee. And I just started doing what he told me, getting people pre-enrolled, getting them in front of Josh and Jenna and on the vision team, and did that and ended up at 10K. But what was really phenomenal was he had told me, you know, you got to get to the convention, you got to get to the convention. So we had that meeting and I got to the convention, and after that convention, I went from 10K to 50K. Now, disclaimers and disclaimers and disclaimers, you know, about it. But here's the biggest disclaimer that I can tell you. if you listen to what Robert just told you, you're going to have success. You listen, put it to action, you're going to have success. That's all I did. That's all Carlos did. So, Robert, man, I can't thank you enough for speaking to this audience and sharing your heart. I love that story because it is just so, so phenomenal. God bless you all. If you are not going to convention, please join us. I want to, Robert wants to, I know Carlos wants to, all of the leaders want to give you a hug, meet you in person, and congratulate you. So God bless you all. Again, Robert, thank you so very, very much.
Love you and thank you very much. God bless everyone. I know you can do this.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Ron. Love you guys. God bless you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody. Love you guys. You guys can do this.
Have a fantabulous weekend.
See you at convention.
Thank you.
Bye. See you at convention.
Guys. Have an amazing day.
God bless.
God bless.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. God bless you.
You bet. God bless.
Thank you, Robert, so much.
You bet, Ron. Thank you.
You guys, don't forget, we got Robert Hollis's training coming up in about an hour. Free, amazing training. I can't get enough of Robert Hollis. I'm on there, right? RobertHollis.com.
Go to the Vision Team and Facebook to watch that training. It will be coming up 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
Look at my shirt. Am I coachable or what? Look at my shirt. God bless everybody. Bye now.
Bye now. Bye, everybody.